Right. I'd like to start this video by just saying thank you to everybody for whoever clicks on this video, whoever watches it, whoever joins the channel. We've started the channel because we're trying to help homeless people and give them a bit of a voice so that they can get their problems aired and solved. Because I think a lot of homeless people are just left to struggle, and you know, often they just get just pushed to the side. So I think it's important that that there's some type of way that people can sort of ask for help. We've done a few shorts. We've also got a TikTok channel going. There's a few videos on there of us helping homeless people. We recently helped a lad in Wrexham called Craig. That's in the shorts on this YouTube channel called The Voice of a Few. I've called it A Voice of a Few because obviously the number of homeless people in Britain is growing, and it's going to continue to grow unless people, literally try to help people and address the problems. Because do you know what? There's that many different problems that people are facing out there. One, housing. Two, where to get food from. Now, you can get food from lots of places. That the food isn't a real big problem. It's the housing situation that's a problem. I was living on a boat. I've managed to get myself in a room, and do you know what? Due to me sort of physical condition, we're not having a leg, which will be coming very soon. It makes it a little bit hard for me to get around. I was on the boat with my old man, and it was a bit easier to get around because obviously a barge is very narrow and there's lots of things to hold on to and easy to get around, easy to lean on stuff. If you're making yourself something to eat, but you're in a big kitchen and a big house, it's a bit awkward. It's a bit hard to get around. But you know what? I think that's something that I'm gonna have to sort out in the very near future because I'm not sure if my current situation is the situation I need to be in. My head's a bit all over the shop, to be honest with people, but one thing I am concentrating on is trying to just get this channel up and running because I think it's important that homeless people have somewhere that they can voice their problems, and that's what I'm encouraging people to do. Try, if you've got any problems, if you need any help, then drop us a comment, drop us a message, and we'll try to help you as much as we can, just like we helped the lad Craig in the shorts that you've seen. I've not been in the best of physical condition and physical health to be able to go out and help people, but I'm sort of trying to get myself in a position to be able to do that often, more often than not, because I don't want to be sitting in the house doing nothing. I want to be out there. I want to be helping people. I want to be doing it every day. I don't want to be sitting in a bedroom, sitting here just looking at a TV, because I don't think that's life. It's not life to me anyway. I've been outside for a very long time now, and you know what? I've got used to it, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get used to this situation at all. So, I do understand how people are in a situation where everybody else around them thinks that it's great, but it's just not. Mentally, for some people, they need to be in the right environment, an environment they're used to, and I'm used to not being in a situation like this. That's why I've called the channel A Voice of a Few, because there aren't the two. If you put the numbers down on a piece of paper, there's probably if you put it to every 50 people, in Britain there's probably one homeless person. So it is the voice of a few, and the voice of a few that don't get noticed. So that's what this channel is here for. It's here to just show to people in the British public that if you go out and do a good thing, it might only be one thing, but it's one thing that homeless person will remember for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month and the year probably. Because I remember when I was on the streets, there's not many very nice things that do happen to you in a day, apart from asking people for help and just getting refused and just mocked, because that's what people do. Some people don't understand why you're there, don't understand how you've got yourself in the situation. But you know what? It's not everybody's fault. A lot of people don't deserve it. A lot of people don't deserve to be in a bad situation. So, if you agree with everything or anything that I've said, drop us a like, comment, and if if you need help, if you need anything, if there's any way that any advice that we can give you. I've got myself out of a bad situation and on the streets and into a good situation. So if you need any advice on how to maybe get yourself out of a bad situation, just drop a comment and I will reply immediately. Because I know a lot of homeless people, they might have a phone, but they need to sit somewhere to get internet connection. They've got no credit most of the time. So, as soon as you send a message, I will reply within a couple of minutes. Yeah, I'll just show you where. Can't tell you where I am, the address, but what I can do is show you around the bedroom. Show you that I've got myself in a nice situation. But to me, it's not where you live. It's, to be honest with you folks, it's if you're happy or not. And you know what? Being in a room, sitting here looking at the TV all day doesn't make me happy at all. It makes me quite depressed. It makes me want to put myself back on the streets, around people, people that you can talk to. Just normal conversation in the day is probably the most important thing in life. Sitting there just rotting away in a room, it's no good for anybody. So I think that's what I'm going to have to try to change, is my whole situation, without ending up back on the streets. Because obviously if I am, then I'm no use to anybody, especially any other homeless person, because the more people are on the streets, the harder it is for homeless people. You get recognised less, you're not obviously not accepted into society out there, are you? Because people just look at you and think you're just taking the mickey, and they don't realise the situation that most people have been in, which I have got sympathy for, because I was in a bad situation myself. But you know, um, obviously when I was on the streets, I was doing things that weren't right. I was stealing, I was taking drugs, and do you know what? That's part of my life that I really want to leave behind me. But do you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to, because one of my dearest friends, Mikey, is still on the streets. You know what? And it kills me every day to think that he's still there. As soon as I'm in a situation where I can go and help the lad, I'm going to go and help him, and bring him back up this way, and give him access to people that have helped me, that have got me through this bad times. So I'd just like to say a thank you to to me dad, for getting me through the worst situation that I was ever in my life. And then obviously I don't know what people are thinking, but what I can say is that I'm grateful for my Auntie Kerry as well. She's just come out the blue and helped me when things have got a bit too much for other people. So I suppose I wouldn't be anywhere without them people. But at the same time, I'd like to say thank you to Two Brews of Manchester as well, because they were always there every night at 6:30 to give you food and warm clothes, sleeping bags and support. A lot of homeless people would suffer a lot more if it wasn't for people like Two Brews. And I would like to ask people, if anybody from Manchester sees this video and you see a lad sitting on the floor outside the Arndale, he draws a heart on the floor at the bottom of the steps. If you do know this person, his name's Mikey, if you do know him, or you walk past the Arndale and you see him, just tell him that a lad called Gavin Davis is going to come and get him, and just tell him to stay where he is, and to try to be strong and keep himself focused on the fact that I am going to come and get him from there. It's took me 6 months now to sort myself out, so I'm not fully 100% there. I get my leg tomorrow morning, which is a massive bonus, because do you know what? As soon as I get it, the first thing I'm going to do is try to arrange a bit of a trip to Manchester to go and find him. But just for the record, if anybody else sees him, or you know the lad, or you're passing past the Arndale, just tell him that Gavin hasn't forgot about him. So yeah, and to all the people who watch this video, please hit subscribe. You will be helping a homeless person to keep this channel going. Any support, any questions as well, hit the like, comment and share. Apart from that, I hope everybody has a lovely week. Thank you for watching the video. If you do click the subscribe button, thank you very much. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost a penny. This is a new channel, and any support that anybody could give us, be very grateful. In the comments, thank you so much for the people who share this, so that Mikey might get to see it. But apart from that, I've not got much more to say. Anybody who's struggling with any problems, homeless problems, issues at the minute, and you're in Manchester, Two Bruises there at 6 every night, go to them, they'll support you. Apart from that, it's over and out from me, and have a lovely week, a lovely rest of the week. If you're in work tomorrow, don't be late. Have a lovely evening, folks. Remember it there, like, comment and share and subscribe. It's free. Have a nice day, folks. From me, over and out. And I'll be doing another video, I think, not tomorrow night, the next night. So keep your eye out for the next video, folks. Have a lovely day. Bye.